So friends, welcome. My apologies again that we had to start today later than usual because I had some problems here. Oh, I have also some problem with the camera here. It's frozen. Let me one more time try. Yeah, no, I'm back. And yeah, today was not actually a good day for me. Actually, I missed out on two good opportunities here because I was playing on my phone. And then again, the problem is when you look too much to the candle, not to the microstructure itself, you're missing out the opportunity here. So long story short, that was the reason for me, to call the day actually with loss, actually to say, you know what, it does not make sense even try to trade later, so I will not trade for today anymore. Why would we go through the day, what happened so far, what was happened after our last session? Was there any opportunity? Like always, we first start with Nasdaq. Actually, Nasdaq, what did we have here? Actually, the only opportunities that was happening here, for example, we remember that here there was some tweet, I think, news or whatever they call it actually. So we get something here. So the opportunities that we get here, for example here, we see we had the breakout here, we get it retested twice actually, and what we see here actually is perfect. We get a double top here, and in the second one we have actually even our 3 candle pattern here. That would have been something to say, hey, you know what, between the closing or here or just below that, I put my limit order, try to go down here since I have the wicks here. So where we have 2 bodies next to each other, actually could also been also 1 wick, but 2 bodies next to each other actually from one side is enough actually to have the symmetric here. Okay, when we have 2 bodies next to each other and the wicks align also next to each other, so we have some inefficiency here, so we can use that in our favor. We can see that, hey, could be those, could be actually those here actually, and we see that could be some target. And since I have a bigger one actually here, that could be even for the next day or something like that. When I talk about inefficiency, something like that. But again, I like to see some reaction here first. I know to see some reaction of rejection here. So just to say, hey, I have the inefficiency here, let's say put my limit order, that is not working for me. So something that we had here, that was our first opportunity. The next one was maybe trying to here, get rejected, maybe try from here again. So I can see, oh, that's like in double bottom actually. If I try to go short here, get out of that position here, try to go long. But again, those are times that we are usually not trading, and I would not encourage someone to trade because we have low volatility there, low volume there. Even I'm not looking at the volume at all, and there is nothing going on here. So I would not encourage someone to do. But even if we go to the 5 minutes, but we see that we had the wicks here, so that happens too fast here. If something happens too fast here, from both sides actually, from that side happens too fast, and also for that side, it happens too fast. Could be with the wick actually, happens too fast, or it could be with big bodies actually. So that happens too fast, so we need to go to recollect that actually. That happens too fast, we need to come slower down, actually break that, and since we have also something here with wick, we need to break that too, actually, okay? If you look here, the thing that I talk about here, you have it here in the 5 minute, you see it as well, but try again to stay as much as possible in the 15 minute, especially when you have a days it goes along, so you get a lot of mixed signals, and so try to stay more in the 15 minute itself and try not to do some revenge trading. That was something that I did today. You see, I told you honesty, I'm not a person that lies. Anything that happens, I will honestly say I did even myself some revenge trading today. So, and I shouldn't have done that. That made part of my loss. I had also a good win too. I have almost 1500 in Nasdaq, but I had also the losses on gold, and I had to call it a day that I lost over 2K. Actually, you can see that was something to say, hey, I should not trade even, but I should have disconnected myself from the trading earlier. But even at any time you get to reduce your losses, that's a win actually. So let's see what happens today actually. To say just, hey, I have some inefficiency here, let's see, I put here, I see some rejection. No, I want to see something good, because when you see something here, even in the 5 minutes here, we see, hey Parsley, you're right, we see something here because of, I see 2 bodies, from one side. So we're talking not about total asymmetry. From one side it is asymmetric, from one side it is symmetric actually. When I look here from that side it is asymmetric here, they don't look alike actually, but from that side here they look symmetric actually. So from that side where you look symmetric, especially the wick, it is a high possibility that you get some reaction there. That does not always mean that shouldn't be the return actually. When you look here actually, yes, I get some reaction, maybe small, you can see somehow also double bottom actually, if you want to call that, for example, something like that actually. But again, they're so stuck to each other, I don't get any signal for long. I see just reaction there for the moment. And then I see another way to is here actually. I have still part of that one. Yes, we get, since that is too long here actually, we get part of it. You see, we came down here. It does not mean always, hey, when we have that actually, we have definitely to have our return there. It could be even below that. We can even look at the bigger picture here just from the thing that we know from the microstructure. So we had the wick here, so it needs to do a liquidity sweep of that, like in false breakout. The first trade that I took here actually was that one here. And so here, first, and that's my, oh, apologies one more time. That's my first, and that's my second bottom here. Okay? First bottom, second one is even lower, and that was the thing, hey. And my mistake was, I told you, if the candle is too big, it needs to come revisit, even right away, or maybe after that to do a semicircle, actually, a couple candles like that after. But I was like thinking like that, you know what, I'm closing here, and the wick is here, maybe I will not get here, let me get in here. So I didn't have the best position to get in, and I forgot actually that would have been something to say, hey, to get in again. That one shows the rejection and close nearby, or you see, hey, that one close above that. I have another. You can even say, hey, if I do fine tuning, I can even say, hey, I have another double bottom here, or I can say, hey, that's like in head and shoulders actually, but inverse actually. You see, triple top, first top, no, triple bottom actually, triple bottom here. First bottom, second, and the third one. That would have been, I say, hey, right away, three can get in here actually. And what I did actually, I got in here and I was hoping, truth to be told, for the to go here actually. But when we got here actually, and we say, hey, we're getting some rejection, let me get out of that trade actually. Was there after that other opportunities to trade here? Of course, you see, you get here in a range actually. When you get in range, for example, you saw the first one that I would saw, hey, the one here, I see that, I see the rejection. I have a giant candle close above that gives me the rejection. Use here the top for limit order, try to go long. You see, hey, that one closed finally here, but gives me a cross candle. Yes, the cross candle is actually the same color, but again, still after such a candle, you give me just a cross candle, so you cannot push through. Okay, I'm in a range apparently. Okay, that would have been something to get out of that trade and try to go long. Or if I see here, I have the three candle pattern, or what's more likely, say they're respecting a price, and let me put some limit order here with that wick or that one get in. And when I get here to see, hey, that's not able to push through. You see, after that, that one comes close. That is something, get out of that trade. We come here, there was not an opportunity, but that was, again, another opportunity. We have a breakout from that here. We break it factually down, or below that, we close below all of them. I did not took any of that, so because I was focused too much on gold actually, and by that time, okay, that time could have been, that is actually London I don't usually like, but that one is actually 3.5 hours before New York session opens. That means you can call it as the pre-market of the New York session actually. So that one closed below all of them. Good, you're closing here, you get back here to the rejection area. After that, I like it to push through. It cannot. It gives me a reverse candle opposite color, so you cannot put again your limit order here. Maybe target, hey, let me try to go here. Yeah, that one got me here. Again here, you give me a rejection. Okay, here, or small pullback here. Let me go back again here. So you see, back and forth, it was possible to do. And here, that was the news that Brian was talking about. I did not pay attention to that and paid my price for that on gold. Actually, my losses, a couple hundred goes on that one, but again, that's my mistake. And so far, if I look here, is there anything else that we could have traded? There was here actually, but again, we're getting close to the opening here, so I don't feel comfortable to trade near opening. But something that we have here was the one here actually. You see, I have two candles next to each other, almost same body. So what I can do is to say, hey, That one looks like an tweezer. So I go up here, down, up here. This is like a double top. If you have a double top like that in 15 minutes or 5 minutes, the next one is up above the first one, and you have like a tweezer, two candle tweezers each other. They want to go down. I will show you that also in gold today. That is something that would have been something for us to say, hey, you know what? I can get in here. I can get in here actually, or put a small pullback here since we have here. So let me put some small pullback here, and for me the target would have been try, for example, to go here to see where we had the breakout. Actually, you see, you can make almost 1,400 with $200 stop loss. So that's a 7-hour trade. Trade to me 700 there, 800 there, 900 there, 500 there, and count that. Actually count on gold. That is the way you can easily trade. But again, that was the giveaway. Actually, if you have something like that, and the next one is higher. You see, it is really high. The next top is really higher than first. It doesn't look good, but they're like a tweezer to each other. That's something, especially on 15 minutes, you like to go in. And the next one we get here, we had the breakout, retest. That's good for me. I have the 3 candle pattern here. You see, it's not a 3 candle pattern. It's the inside candle. That's a piercing. Piercing is inside the first candle. That one closed above that, and that closed even here. That would have been something to say, hey, you know what? I put my limit order here, get in here, whatever, try to go long actually. Okay, that would have been also something to do. But again, don't know what is happening here so far. Any question here, guys? What happened so far in the market? No what? Okay. Let's go. That was about gold this year, maybe here, but again, we didn't have the retest yet. When we get to the retest area, one bottom is enough, or one top is enough for me. But if that's not the breakout here, maybe wait for the next one. It is possible that we get a second one here actually. So you see we stuck here actually somewhere. So let's go to gold. What did happen on gold yesterday? So on gold actually, I missed out on one opportunity. We were talking actually, what was it here? When we look here, that's again the thing that I was talking to you guys. You see, we have two bodies almost from one side next to each other. They're looking like equal, so they're equal when it comes to closing and opening here. So, and below that, I have the wick. That is now like an, you can call it actually like an order block actually here. Yes, go ahead.
Oh, sorry,
okay.
Didn't realize
okay.
my mic is on.
Okay, what's happening? Okay. First of all, we go through that. Yes, maybe the pullback here happening here. Okay, like an, I don't know. Let's say we got in here. We say, hey, I got in here. I have some pullback. I say, hey, that one is closing nearby. I have the wick here, but maybe I can put some limit order here and try to go along. That would have been maybe something to think about it to do. But more likely I like here. So once we go through, that is something like an FVG that becomes like an inverse FVG from the idea just actually. So what I see here, that one is coming down, 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 down. I get here and I get one more time rejected. What I don't like actually, the wick is here too long. Maybe I would have anticipated the next one also. Yes, it is not here, but maybe for me would have been put a limit order here. Okay, we got that one here. We missed that one here. Okay, but when we go here, what do we see here? If you look here, we cannot see that here, but when you look here, what do we see actually here? We can say, hey, I can call that like a triple bottom here. You see? First one, second one, third one, to say, okay, I got that one here. That would have been something for me to say. I missed that one here to say, you know what? That one is closing here, and we have that one here, or in some weeks here. Let me put that so in the middle or slightly above that one, trying to go long since the other one doesn't have any wick here. Try to go long actually, going long here, and the target would have been, hey, let's go here at least. Let's at least to go here or even higher for the one that we have here. It's up to us to think which one we like to go. But since we have a lot of things going on here, maybe trying to go even here. Since again, that candle here, we talk about it, that is now like an order block here, or the wicks here actually. We could have easily gone here, or just the candle itself, it's like an order block, for example. That's easy at $2,400. So depending how much we're risking here, let's say we're risking here 370, 380, and then we're going for that one. You can see we're getting nearby a 7 point something hour trade actually. Easy, a good 7 hour trade, plus 7 hour trade here. So far, any question, guys? No one? Okay, the other one that I cut actually was here. What we see here, we came back to our retracement candle. And so here, one candle covers by me. The moment I saw that is closing here, I put my limit order here. I say, hey, it's more unlikely. put my limit order here. My stop loss was just here, and I went for the same target actually here. So I did my 2K, but unfortunately I did not do that on the new one since I was lying on bed. I did that actually on the previous, on the one that I have, I don't know, for many months. I should have done that here, so then I wouldn't probably be in negative right now with the new one actually funded account. But that's okay. I will bring it up. That's not a deal. Okay, that was the 2 trades that we could done here. Again, that's the thing. You just need to look here. Sometimes only the 5 minute. If I see, yes, from the 15 minute, I had only, could be a wick here. That was the reason I waited. But after seeing that one, hey, see, I have a, what do I have here? I have a triple top here, and in the second one, third one, my apologies, I have my piercing actually, an inside candle, and that one close above that, and even above the first one. So that is definitely the inside candle here. So we're talking actually more also above. Here we're talking about the inside candle here actually, guys. So that would have been a trade that we could cut here. Again, be patient and not try to get emotional here to see the pullback that we can get. Actually, those pullback, I don't know, maybe coming deeper, not, but that one I see, hey, I have the retrace and one covered by many actually. Okay, so far, any question, guys? No one? Okay, let's move on. What did happen today actually? When I come here, there was a couple of things. I saw, hey, I have one here and I have one here. What is that? Again, two bodies next to each other, and I see the wicks actually. I have one in efficiency here actually, and the next one that I have is actually here, and if I look also here actually, so that was something to say, hey, you know what, I can call that one here or from above or mix them both together here. Okay, since we got here the first one, I missed, thanks God I missed out on that one, because I would have said, hey, we get one color, that one rejection, I put it here with the limit order go in, and that would have kicked my stop loss. By next time, if we have something like that, we have only one color, look to the left side. Do we have more inefficiency here? Yes, I have even here and here, and I have not gone here. Let's say, hey, let me at least get to some of those inefficiency actually here, because maybe the next one is going to be too deep here. And something that happens here, guys, too, by the way, that was the inefficiency again. So what's here actually? On 50 minute is for the moment. Now, if you have something like that, it doesn't matter 50 minutes and 5 minutes. Do not try to do some freestyle here actually. Hey, let me jump in. Try to catch it. What I see here, I see one candle covers by minute. That one comes close nearby here, but too far away from that. That is something for me to say, hey, jump in with that. One of our traders did that with Prince actually, because he was also using lower time frame. I think that was good for him. But again, that was something for me to say, hey, and again, I was playing on my phone and I missed out on that opportunity. We had, by the way, another opportunity here too. That was at the beginning with the Australian session here. Since that happened right away after the previous session, we can say, hey, we can call that actually like a double top here. And in the second one, I have the 3 candle pattern and almost no wick here. So with the closing price jumps in and go down, that was something that actually Prince took action. And I knew it. He took that and he came and said, hey, Prince, let me guess, you took that? And he said, yes, I did that actually. He got also to that one, but that one could have been something to take it like that actually. I have a breakout here, okay? That one is too huge. I cannot take it from 15 minutes, 5 minutes. I wait actually, that one is closing here. But then I get right away back actually, okay? That happens too fast. What I can do, half through the body or where I had the wicks, I put my limit order here. Okay, that could have been the first trade. I put somewhere here my stop loss, or it doesn't need to be that much actually, by the way. It's okay just to be below that actually, and try to go for long. For example, something like here, I can say maybe, hey, that was like a false breakup because we struggled here, you see. Maybe use the wick here actually. That is good actually. We like, because look here, those two wicks are actually lying to each other. We tried. Yes, we broke it here actually finally, but we got right away rejected. So like a false breakout. We were hoping to get here. That's the reason I said try not to be that much optimistic here. Okay, that would have been something to go. Or let's say from the 50 minute. Is it possible from the 50 minute? Yes, of course. We see here it shows me rejection and right away, but it gives me a bullish hammer here actually. So if we have two hammers next to each other, so it will probably continue here. That would have been something to say, hey, you know what, it closed here, I use here the low area of that, try to go long here. Also some I don't know, here actually, here below actually those two, and try to go. Actually, that would have been even to add to the position 2600, 2400. That's 5K, only 2 trades. That's it. You're done for the day. You don't need any to trade anymore. And unfortunately, I missed out on that one. Again, that one, I know you get emotional. Hey, that is closing too far, and then you get right away that it's okay. There is only 2 things there, not to get emotional. Put it half through the body, or where you have the wick. Probably I would have put it a half through the body, if I'm honest, because I'm not sure if we can revisit the wick again. It's up to us. Put it here and try then to go along actually. And stop loss goes actually below those bodies here, would be still at 300 something stop loss. Regarding to your stop loss, you're getting nearby a 10-hour trade actually. And the one here, I think that speaks for itself actually. You get rejection, and the rejection get rejection as well. So no, we don't like to go down, we like to go up. Use some, since the wicks are too big here, use some pullback. I say yes, they're aligned to each other, the closing and the opening price. So let me put my limit order here. Stop loss goes below those 2 wicks here at 300. It's a decent one, and try to go along. Okay, so far. And then there was a signal here. I misread that here. You see, when you go here, you have something like that, and the next one, you see, you have a double top like that actually. The next one is like that. It looks like an ugly double top. We like the beautiful one, but this is one of the strongest ones. If you get something like that, get up, and the next one is higher and gives you a tweezer, 2 candles next to each other, equal body, especially in 50 minutes. You see that on gold, for example, right now. We had that actually 1 week ago, I think, again in gold as well, or was it the week before? What you see here, it will go break the low of the day. It will break the low of the day for good, actually, really good, actually. When we see that here, when did that happen, actually? And go right away with the closing price. When did that happen? Let's zoom out and go back, actually. Let's zoom out and go back. When was it, actually? No. Here. It was Tuesday, August 18th, actually. That's not, was it last week, actually? Yeah, that was last week, actually. Yeah, last week. You see what we have here? We get here double top here. The same actually, okay? That look ugly, then 2 next to each other. You can use a small pullback, but with the closing price jump in, that will go, and it broke actually more than, it just broke more than that. It just went even deeper down. The same is going here actually. When we see here, the moment we saw that here with the closing price jump in, with the closing price jump in, when you look here with the closing price, it's up to you. For example, use just your stop loss here. For example, it's above them actually, and it will definitely break. And when you look here actually, when you look down here, you have an inefficiency here actually. You see, with the wick and the bodies here, they are not equal to each other, but you get the point here. So that happens too fast. We need to go here. You could easily go to that, even if you say I use just here, the top here. Don't get me even started. You see, easily you could give Ghana here actually, and that would have been easier 10-hour trade actually. You put it, you go, and you don't need to trade anymore. What we did actually, we tried several things actually, Prince, me, and others. I came here, I say, hey, you know what? I have some inefficiency here because there, that body with that body that line to each other. We have the wicks. Let me see what is happening here. And I see here, hey, in that I have that closing price. Everyone tries to close above that, get rejection. You see, that closed. That tries. That is 5 minutes. That's actually for half an hour. Then we have a breakout. We never get retested. We get retested, get rejected. Get in. The idea was not bad. Went up. If you see, doesn't make a semicircle, that's gonna come back and hit you, and hit us actually. The next one was actually, we saw, hey, we have some inefficiency here, and we did not retest that yet. Maybe it could be that one. And so, hey, that one here, I missed on that one. Tried to come in here, went up, was good. Boom, come on. Hit me again. Hit me again. Here was something, no, I did not took that one here. Then I saw here actually, oh, we're getting here something actually. Usually I do not take that, but since that one was looking too good, I put here, went to my favorite, count, kicks me out. That one here, I say, hey, like a double bottom here. No, it's coming down again probably. Come here, I say, hey, that's really good. Now I can call it, hey, that's like a double bottom here. I say, look here. The second one is lower. That one, beautiful actually. Beautiful actually. And I saw that actually, tried to come down, no, the one here I took, my apologies. My apologies. That one I took out. That one took me also out, and that one took me also out. I saw here 3 candle pattern, good here, tried to go, went here. When it's doing a semicircle here, believe me, it will come for your stop loss. And it did come from my stop loss actually. It hit me here. And then we got, I see here again, I went long again here, came here, got rejected, playing around here, went up. I said good, bring my stop loss here to small loss actually. And I think in here I added in it because we're trying, and that finally closed above all of them. And I see, hey, we want to go up. That one I reduced just my stop loss. I did not bring it to small loss. And what did happen? I just turn around and I say, oh, my order is gone. That was something that I said, hey, you know what? You were just looking too much for return, because gold is going up, up, up. No, but if you have something like that, actually, that was giving it away. Actually, that is what I say. Look to the microstructure. When you have something like that, double top like that, and that's a tweezer. I don't care what is happening here. And even let's say guys, let's stay to the 5 minute here, to the 15 minute here. Do I have something here from 15 minutes? Maybe that one was something to say, hey, that is going up. Maybe, maybe not. But again, if I have something like that, I would try to do a hedge actually. If your broker allowed us, like FTMO. But when I'm short here, I'm trying to put a long position here. Do not close that one. I have a too small loss actually. Even if that goes up, it will kick me off with a small loss. But if that is not working, it will kick my stop loss here, and I'm still going on here because that's a really strong one. I don't think that is. You see, you have a double top here, and right away, that's not a match. The distance, the only thing was good. I say, hey, the distance is not too much, but right away you give me that here, I don't feel that. Or maybe, hey, you know what? That's maybe just retest. But what is happening here? Will that now go up? Yes, I had a double top, but also that is looking promising here, and that is some distance here that I have. So I have some puffer here. What can I do here? I do some hedge actually. If I'm short here, I open a long here, so they're against each other. Since my broker allows me to have 2 positions open simultaneously against each other, since every position is separately open here in my account here, and that would have kicked my out. Then I see, hey, I came here. Again, do I get it here? Yes, but that's just one bottom actually. Yes, we come to the retest area here. Could that be something? Maybe. But again, I would hold on to that position. Maybe try to go long here. You say, hey, you know what? I have that respecting a price. I put my limit order here, truth to be told. If that one is not getting me in, so let go out of that trade. Someone said, why not here? Because they're respecting a price. Okay, you can do it slightly above that. But if you get something like that, that is not looking promising. Even that one goes up. Yes, wait for the closing candles. When you see that, it's, oh, it's going up. Let me jump in. I missed that opportunity, but let's jump in. That's the point when I tell you. When you try to get in a breakout here, for example, you see, hey, I saw here, I get to the retest of the breakout here. I see the 3 candle pattern. They're respecting a price. Put my limit order here. That one didn't get me in. Now that one is going up. By the beginning, that candle store was pushing up. You had a strong bullish candle. You know what? Let me just jump in and surf on that. Never catch a breakout. That's the worst thing you can do, because that turns around and kicks your stop loss. And guess what? You get cooked actually. Okay, you get cooked here. After that, that comes close here nearby. I get that one here. Could that be something? Yes, maybe that could be something to say. No, maybe it's getting interesting. Hey, do I have a double top here? Maybe that would have been something to say, you know what? I'm holding still to that one because that one is too strong. If you have something like that, that comes for the low actually. I'm holding to that one. Or if you close that, you say, well, hey, I will close that here. I put the limit order here. That one comes and stops you out. Again, and we talk about that. That would have been something definitely to go out of that trade again, because we finally broke that. And if you have something like that and it kicks your stop loss actually, and say, hey, I had a good double bottom here, or what is happening here? Stay away from the market. Stay away from the market until the market is okay again. Because when you see double top, double bottom, it's not working. One after another, there is something to say, hey, there is something fishy going on here. There is something fishy going on. Let me stay away from the market. And you see, I should stay corrected here. I should stay corrected here. You see, What is the market looking like? Yes, we have again a tweezer here actually, but again that's maybe here to use some pullback here, since we got some news here. The candles are too big here, and even if I look to the 5-minute here, there is nothing good here for me today. Means I will not take any trades anymore. Actually, today was not a good day, but it was also a good day to learn things about, even for myself. Pay more attention to that. For example, if you have something like that, even you see that, unless it is not broken, do not get out of that trade. Maybe for me would have been to say, hey, I get here, that one close nearby here, maybe get out, or finally I see that, get out of that trade, maybe look to go long here or go long here. If it's not working, it's okay, stay away from it actually. But another thing, guys, let's say you make your money from here to here actually. You had one position or the two position. It's 5K. Why do you need to trade anymore actually? Disconnect yourself actually. Do you remember I had for 3.5 months only winning because when I made my money I did not trade anymore. Did you see me trade at New York session at all? Did you see me, for example, taking a trade with you? What I was showing you, the trades that I took or the opportunity that was in the market? And especially when I make my money, I leave the market. Actually, disconnect yourself, because the moment you feel invincible, that was for me actually. That was the moment I start losing money here. The moment you think, no, I'm invincible. I know the microstructure. I know the hidden key actually, how to get in actually. Even my stop loss get kicked. I cannot have a losing day, and that's the problem actually. You can have a losing day, because yes, I say and I stay to my decision, especially when you start with the Asian session and when you only interact with the market when you see the microstructure correctly. And when you make your money, actually, it is possible also to have a losing trade also in that duration, actually. But once you make your money here and you disconnect yourself from the market, it is not possible to have a losing trade, because you only interact with the market and you don't care how much money. Maybe later you can come to the New York session, for example, to see, hey, what is happening here? Hey, I see the tweezer again. You see the tweezer. We talk here, we see that in 15 minutes. Here we see that in 5 minutes later. You see the same. We're talking about repeatable pattern here. I see, hey, the same tweezer here with the closing price pullback. It's up to you, but usually I come in with the closing price. Let's say you come in with the closing price here. Come with the closing price, put some limit order here, actually above that, your stop loss above that. And you see here, hey, I have lots of liquidity. Hey, weak with the closing price below all of them. I'm trying to go out here. 3.5K actually. When was that actually? That was actually 1.5 hours ago. It's that much easier to trade. Actually, you just need to listen to the market. That would have been something for me to say, hey, I did not listen to my own rules. Actually, if you see something like that, do not look for the bigger picture. If you have a tweezer like that, actually, okay, you had that definitely needs to come break the bottom here, since that one is not too big. And you see, hey, I have a lot of things going on here actually. And later on, if you have something like that, it needs to come here from the previous day. Hey, it makes sense. It's right here, fade. Hey, let's go here actually. Let's try to do that. Or if you see that from the 15 minute, here you see that even in the 15 minute, you can say, hey, you know what? Not from 5 minute. I have also a wick here. Let's go actually here. That is us, by the way. The closing price is there. The first candle closed below that actually. Perfect. I did everything by book. That's the way I look to trade. But it is also okay to trade here. For example, I told you, hey, I have a double bottom here. It is not working. But after I saw, hey, that double bottom here, that was actually a really good one, is not working, and I get another one here, it is more unlikely that one is going to work actually. You see, it did work a little bit and then get right away rejected. So what I'm trying to say here, actually, when you see that time, you should not even trade. Do you remember that? So if someone comes to me and says, Parsa, let's say I cannot trade everything, especially people from North America, that means United States and Canada. What should I trade here? Actually, I would say definitely the Asian session, the first 4 hours. Try just to be in the first 4 hours. Actually, even maybe, okay, you haven't trade going on, or maybe you're at a point that it looks, hey, maybe I could have an opportunity, and maybe you can give it half an hour, 45 minutes more time to see what's going on here. When we look here, when I look and got the actually. It was here actually. Maybe to see here, is it happening? Yes, maybe here. No, got rejected. Hey, maybe that would have been something to me to say, hey, you know what? That shows rejection. I don't need even to think about. Let that trade run. Let's go do something else actually, because this is a single bottom, but I get to the retest actually here. I retest it, get rejected. That shows promise, and that shows, hey, I want to go down actually. Okay, and if I see something like that and that's taking already too long, actually, why should I trade here actually? If I see, hey, that one is not getting me in, so it closed like that, actually doesn't make any sense. I put it actually here since they're respecting a price here. Let's get out of that trade. You see, when you look to the microstructure, especially from the 50-minute, but also from the 5-minute, it is also more unlikely to lose money. For example, that one was a good one actually. I hope someone got it here from the community. That would have been something. You see, that's actually the one that we have here in 15 minutes. We have it here actually later in the 5 minutes. So that is the thing that I call repeatable pattern here actually. When you have repeatable pattern like that, it is more unlikely to lose money in the opportunity. But again, I would have jumped in with the closing price, put my limit order here to go here. That would have been a good, actually decent 7-hour trade actually. Yes, I'm risking almost for 500, but again, I'm going also for $4,500 here, so no one can actually say that's not a good money here. And so for anything else here, not maybe if I see a double bottom here, that would be something for you guys, because I told you I will not trade today. From now on, I need to do some rules for myself. I actually, because lately I'm trading a bit ruthless actually. Honestly, ruthless actually, because I felt a bit actually invincible actually. I got a bit ignorance actually. I take it for granted for 3.5 months to be in. We know that means nothing, but I think that was good happening to me right now, because try to imagine right now I'm losing just couple K a day, for example, but next time it's gonna be 20, 30, or 200K a day. That's going to be then a hard lesson. That happens to a lot of friends of me. If you go ask to Avi how much money he had back in the days last, I can tell you that he will have some stories to tell us here also. Everyone has some stories to tell. For example, someone lose, for example, 800 grand, 2 million, whatever. And that's the reason try to, and I saw a video, I would posted that on my Instagram actually, from a video. There is a poor family actually. The husband is saying, hey, we made last day 4 million, today 3 million, and her wife, so we are rich actually. And you see another couple who are rich, they lost yesterday 1 billion, today another 1 billion actually. You see, it could happen to everyone. Do not think once success is there, you're not able to lose. It is even more likely to lose. For example, one of the reasons that it's not good to have a giant big account is one of the reasons because of that actually. Because then with the leverage and the things that you buy actually, and you have to handle your emotion, you need to have some rules actually to disconnect yourself. Even you see later on, there was so many opportunities in the market. No, not to trade anymore. So again, my encouragement to you would be try to trade the Asian. Actually, the Asian session come. Let's trade together. Will be here. Some of you have my number, or I can give any one of you my phone number. And if you see actually a couple minutes, volume starts after 2, 3 hours. Global opens 8, 9. Yeah, it could be actually, but again, I see lately also the beginning is not that much. So what you see lately, I see, for example, here the opportunity that we get here. I see it 1 hour actually after Asian opens. That is also something. But someone say, hey, I don't want to come exactly at the Asian Open, but try to come 45 minutes later actually, because 1 hour later we're getting nearby to our first opportunities here actually. So I would encourage. I can give everyone my phone number here. That is not a big problem. Some of you have it. I so Saber, Nasser, Azrai has it. I told them, hey, if you see. Usually I make 15 minutes before Asian sessions open. That's going to be 8 p.m. Eastern time, my announcement. If you see there is no announcement coming, call me on my WhatsApp, wake me up actually here and say, hey, Parcel, we need to trade here actually. Come on. So I would be very happy even if you do that for me actually. Again, the power of the Asian session is you can make your money here, you see, and you don't need even to trade anymore. So if someone asks me, my encouragement would be something like that actually. Trade the first 4 hours of the Asian session. If you're in a time zone where you have time also to go to the pre-market, maybe not here, because you know on a day when news is coming out, or you see, oh, it's getting so ugly, I say, hey, when I come here, I say, hey, I had a double. Let's say I come here actually 12 actually, it's gonna be 6 a.m. Eastern time actually. I see I had a double bottom here in London session. It did not work, and now it's giving me another double bottom in the pre-market of New York. That doesn't feel well actually. Nay, I stay away until New York's open, and sometimes is gone like here actually, and I can say yes, maybe half an hour, 45 minutes later, yes, the market is giving me something that I can work on actually. But otherwise, try not to interact with the market, otherwise you will burn yourself. And what was something that I wanted also to say? Yes, if you also see something like that, do not lose your coolness actually. If you get in here actually, okay, you get in here actually, and once it goes into your favor actually here, and then it turns around, comes here, the only thing you do, you bring just your stop loss to a reasonable stop here, something less than 100 bucks if you have one lot like me, could be even 50 bucks, whatever. Then you wait, actually you see good things happen. You would have missed out on that opportunity, and once you get to that mindset that you're able to hold that position, you're able to be comfortable to trade like that, even your stop loss gets in, okay, next opportunities here. So long story short, I would encourage you the first 4 hours of the Asian session, that would be from 8 p.m. Eastern time to 12 a.m. noon. That means from Eastern, the new day is the beginning, or the previous day is closing actually. You'd like it actually to talk that way. And the next one would be pre-market, could be something New York session, that would be somewhere between 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Eastern time. Sometimes it's happened earlier, sometimes a bit later. For example, let's say hypothetically I would have come here actually, that would have been 46, that candle started at 6:30 actually Eastern time, and was actually closed as 6:45 a.m. Eastern time. That means in the morning actually. If I say yes, I have a double bottom here, but look, I had also a decent one in London and it did not work actually. Why should that one work? Since we are on a downtrend, you know what, I stay away from that actually. If that one did not work here, and I get that does not, sometimes it makes sense. For example, gold, for example, what was it actually? We had it on that day actually. That was actually, the time was not a good one. We got actually to London here, again the time zone that I do not like. But let's say here someone says, hey, I have a double bottom here, you see that? I have a double bottom here, and I saw, hey, there's 3 candle pattern here, even a plus one hammer, a bullish hammer, but it did not work and kicked my stop loss. But that was fine. But when I now look at the bigger picture, I say, oh, that's like the double bottom, yeah, because gold likes to have the second bottom lower, or the second high higher than the first one. So that is the same. That makes sense actually right away. Okay, that happens. But when you have something like that, guys, when you see I had a decent double bottom here and took some times actually here, you see that did actually a semicircle actually. That is how you have one candle covers by many, do a semicircle actually. That's also the retracement. The retracement is not only that. So the retracement is not only that we have something like something like that, one candle covers by many in one direction. So like that actually, okay, you can call it actually, hey, that one is getting rejected here. That doesn't feel comfortable to go higher actually. That would have been something to say, hey, that one comes in, that doesn't feel comfortable. Let me put, for example, here, use the top wick here. Since I have a huge one, let me try that with the closing price to short that down actually. It doesn't feel comfortable actually. That would have been something, let's say, even you short that from here. Let's say you haven't stopped like that, and you come actually further low actually. That would have been, again, 6 hour trade here. You're risking $200 actually. But even if you look here, you can see, hey, I have one candle covers by, or if you look actually here, I have one candle, it does do a semicircle actually and comes back to that actually. That was actually talking to me so many reasons to go long here. Double bottom. The second one is lower. It is almost like a 3 candle pattern. I have the liquidity sweep of all of them, so I vacuumed everything from there, and I see actually from here it's coming back, or one giant candle covers by many, but in a semicircle, not in one direction, also as a semicircle, even perfect actually, like the books you find that actually. What is happening actually? Slightly first it was trying to work, but got right away rejected. That would have been something for me to say when I come here and see that, and see, okay, I was not here, but I see that happening during London. Such a strong double bottom here, and it makes sense actually. I got it below that one, so I had also the liquidity swing. Is not working, doesn't make sense. Then I zoom out. Oh, I have also a huge wick here. It needs to break that maybe. And you know what? Since we're getting here, I don't feel it actually. You see, even here, you see, you got in here, it's trying go up, get rejected, whatever. And even that happens through the news. Yes, sometimes news happens to your favor, sometimes not. But we are not here to gamble, actually. When I see something like that, I say, you know what? I disconnect myself. And now we come back to the idea again. Long story short, I'm talking, but the point that I'm driving home is as simple as it should be, actually. So what I'm trying to say, if you have decent trade in the Asian session, why should you even trade? Let's say you got one trade from here, or even you add in. Forget the adding. You got in here and you took one from here and you say, hey, it's not returning here. Probably, let's say, you know what? The only thing is I bring my stop loss to small loss, actually, and that one goes down, actually. You made 2,500 here. You make 2,600 whatever here. You make your 5K, or you had two good trades here. You add in 5K, and you see what? That's like a bonus, actually. I let it run. If I get it, I get it. If not, not. And it makes sense to come down here since I have a strong double line. It needs to break that. So I put my target somewhere here, actually. That would have been something because maybe I'm not here, actually. And you make another money. In 3 trades, you make 7K, actually, or over 7K. Why should be actually risking any other money of your own, actually, or any of your funded account? That doesn't make any sense anymore here. So long story short, guys, I would encourage everyone here, try away from the London session. Even if you're losing, then accept that, actually accept it and try to go. And once you see something like that, my problem was I was too much focused on that. Yes, inefficiency, we get in here. Now my question to you guys, what is more actually strong here? Have a good one, Hadi. See you tomorrow in the Asian session, bro, or the same day for someone also. Again, I will send you all my phone number. Text me if you see 5 minutes before Asian session opens. Parsha didn't do any announcement. Hey, I go live, and he usually do that. Call me as much as you want on my WhatsApp and wake me up, and I will be thank you to all of you. So, but again, guys, to the idea here, what we see here, we see actually a double top here. That double top is a special one. I know some people don't feel it, but look, that is higher, so we got everything from it, and I have a tweezer, so that is telling me, hey, we have something strong. That is telling me I will definitely break the low for good, not just a little bit, even good. And I say, hey, could even go down to break the low of the previous day since that. But for me, it's my goal actually to go here. That means, let's say if I'm not on computer and I have to get into that, I say, hey, you know what, with one lot I open here, I go just below the low. That is actually enough for me. You see, hey, you know what, I make my 3 grand here. That's okay for me. I have, I don't know, stop loss here of slightly 300 something. Actually, I have a 7-8 hour trade here. That's good for me. I'm good to go here, actually. Okay, that would have been something for me to say, hey, that's good if I'm not on the computer, and I will not probably be, because that happens in a time. Yeah, I'm not on the computer here. But my question to you guys now, let's look at just from the perspective of microstructure. I have a single bottom, or maybe you can call it a double if you want it with that one. So first one, second one, but doesn't that look convincing? But you have a strong one here, the special one here. Now you know what the special one looks like, actually. Okay, the tweezer double top, actually, here. A very strong one, and you see happens on the same day again, actually. We're talking about repeatable pattern. I don't know how to repeat that anymore to you guys or to someone else, actually. So if I see here, what makes more sense, that that one is coming down to break here, or actually I have some inefficiency here and it will turn around here based on some candle patterns? Which one makes more sense to you? The microstructure, which is the strongest version that you have, the double top, double bottom, is the strongest one that we can have, actually, or triple, actually, also. Especially the one with the tweezer here that says, hey, I like to break the low of the day at least, or I get some inefficiency, which is also a low, actually, compared to the other one, a low microstructure with some kind of pattern into its favor. Which one is more right, actually? Please don't talk all at once. I cannot hear you here. Please, slowly, one after another. Which one is right? You know that, actually. If I ask something like that, you know that, actually, what's the answer is. What's the answer? Huh?
Microstructure.
Yeah, both are microstructure, but which one is more stronger? You have the strongest one, or you have some low-level microstructure with some kind of pattern? Tweezer, actually. You have the double top and then tweezer, actually. You have the most strong, one of the most strongest one. The only thing is maybe to have a 3 kind of pattern, but you see, and that one is so strong that even those double tops actually here, double bottom cannot hold to that actually. That is so strong actually, and we had that on that day too. You know, you remember that. Let me go actually back here again. You see, on that day happens too. When it happens, it goes only one direction to go down, 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 down. And look, today is actually the same. Since that happened, it's go down. We trying to come back. We going down again. It doesn't feel comfortable to go up. It knows only one direction to go down actually on that day. So when you see something like that, actually, I forgot that actually. I forgot that myself. That is something I should be mad at myself. If you see something like that, actually you can open two position. One you close here. The other one is you holding that through the day actually here, and you have easiest 7-8 grand trade here actually, guys. That's crazy, actually, mind-blowing. Actually, you don't see the big picture here. So, yeah, I see some here, but you have to use the hidden doors actually to see that. The hidden doors are actually the microstructure here. The microstructure, if you use it and you have the most, actually, that's actually so far when I saw that, that is so far the most strongest double top that you can get actually. And it doesn't look so good at the beginning. It looks ugly, the one here, and then the one is so big actually, but no, that one is the strongest one. You see how strong that is? The trend cannot, even the trend to come back. No, we want you down actually. You see how many times gave you that? Try to imagine you get it from here. So once you try just to look at the microstructure and not to the other shitty things here actually, that one is happening too soon actually. Yes, I know here you can say, hey, what can I call that? I can call that like that actually, because I have one inefficiency here. Okay, I have the inefficiency here. We know two bodies which makes each other weak actually. It does not mean I will definitely have a pullback there. It just means probably I will have there some reaction. The one that we saw actually here, was it here? Here. I said here, I have some inefficiency. You see two bodies next to each other. They're sharing actually the bodies, and I have here, and you see here we get some playing around. It does not mean it will go. It will not go through, and sometimes it will just go through. That it does not care anymore actually. So just to use that is actually dangerous to say, hey, I have something. So here would have been something for us for next time to say, hey, if I see something that would definitely broke the leg. Yes, maybe if that happens below that, that could have been something to say. It was we reached the task that we needed to do, or the market reached the task that needed to do actually to break the low actually, and that is happening below here because I have some inefficiency, and I get that one here actually after giant candle breaks that actually give me something like that. Let's say I had hypothetically that one here. Okay, that could be something. Yes, that could be something. But here it just means to me when I go to the 15 minute here, to that zone here. Yes, here. I will have in the 15 minutes some hiccups here, some hiccups, because the moment you just look for that one here, sometimes it works to your favor. You see that, hey, I saw that here, it works to my favor, yes, but I wanted to see the confirmation, and I got the confirmation, a good one here. You see, hey, that one goes up, use here to go, or I see two candles here. I did not try to go from here or here. The moment you just try to say, hey, that one cannot push through that, it's dangerous actually to say that. If I didn't have anything there, you see anything, I'm at the low actually, and if I look to the left side, I have much room. When I zoom out, I don't see anything. For example, let's say here you go somewhere here, and you see nothing is here actually, something like that. Nothing is here. Yes, you can say that, but when I look here, what was that here actually in the 15 minutes? Yes, I have some good rooms here. Yes, I got some rejection here, but I see there is also room here. I have also the breakout here. Maybe the next one will have deeper, or maybe that is not counting, something like that. You get something like that and it still goes down actually. Maybe that is going down since I have a double top here. If I count the previous session and that one here, I don't know that. So wait here. Is it? Oh, I see 5 minutes. Yes, that one is too big. Let me see. That one is way too much away. Yes, it's closing here. No, it's too big away. Let's do half through the body. Stop loss here. Or if you miss that or you want to add in, hey, let's see. That one is saying, hey, we get rejected. Could be, but that one is saying, no, we reject the rejection actually with the bullish hammer, actually, continuation hammer. What is that actually? That is actually the thing that we know actually. You know that actually. Here. That's here, the continuation hammer. So when I look here actually, a continuation hammer. So I come up here, the other one needs to go up. So the only difference is that one is happening slower, that one is happening faster, steeper actually. Steeped and crooked actually, so we getting quickly to the target actually. Good for us actually. You see that? That is something that happens. So if I have to, it says, hey, that one here is my continuation hammer actually, and I see I get the rejection of the rejection with the opposite hammer actually. But since I have some wicks, I will not jump in with the closing for half through the body or here, since they align to a price actually, or slightly above that. I go here. Again, my stop loss, I put it from 15 minutes. I say, hey, I have the wicks here, or I can go below that one. It's up to me. And if I go here, I say, hey, the wicks here, actually, you see, even that was like a false breakout, got right away rejected. So let me use that wick here, those 2 wicks here, or the wick here. It's up to me. But those 2 wicks align good to a price. I'm risking $325 to make 2,400 here. That's almost a 6 point something R. Oh no, I'm sorry, a 7 point something R trade here. Actually, somewhere between 7 and 8 R trade. That's amazing. That's mind blowing here, actually, guys. Do you get the point? That's mind blowing here, actually. Try to catch something like that. But again, to be able, someone asked me, Parsa, what we should do. That's something also for me. We need to relax and only interact with the market. For example, if I get it from here to here, I'm 2 in plus. I took 2 trades actually here. And I have one actually in Nasdaq. Maybe I'm not even taking that one. I made 5K. I made 4K. Well, why should I risk more money? The only reason for me is, hey, stay away. New York session, come back. If you have there something, you say, hey, I'm 500, 4K, 5K in positive. Okay, that's good. Let's say 4.6. I took 2 trades. Maybe 2 stop loss get hit. $200-300. I'm still 4K up. That's okay. Goodbye. Or if I make money, then now I'm 2, 3, 4K more up actually. You see, with diplomacy, trying to go here, trying to go to the trades actually. But again, long story short, try to keep microstructure at that one here. Once you have the microstructure and you know, hey, that needs to break the low. I don't care what I see here. When you see that once goes into your favor, put your TP here, stop loss, bring to a small loss, and go do something else actually. You don't need to, like, that was the way I was trading actually. When I saw something and I knew definitely that one needs to come here actually, or at least needs to come here, I put actually my TP here and went actually. Or I have something like I need that needs to break the low, even that plays around here. I don't need to be part of that to play with my game. The only thing that I did, I waited a little bit. That goes into my favor, or I came back actually 30 minutes, 15 minutes later. Yes, it's going into my favor here. Bring my stop loss to small loss. That's it. And that's again the thing what I said. When you only trade in 15-minute parser, is it only possible to trade in 15 minutes? Yes. Will I sometimes miss on opportunities here? Yes. Will be my R sometimes less? Yes, it will be less. But will I trade definitely safe? Yes, you're trading safe. You get actually, if I have to trade with 15. Okay, that one I missed it. That was Australian session here. I was not here actually. But that one here, I see that one is happening. Yes. That one I see, yeah, but I have some rooms here to go actually. That's dangerous actually. That's not the low because I have still some rooms to go. Let's see what the next one is doing. Yeah, good for me actually. I get that one here, take it from me, half through the body, whatever, try to go up here. I made the money 25,600. Which trade can I took? Hey, should that mean I go short here? No, it does mean not that you go short here, so you don't have the liquidity split. That is happening because of the week here. Since we didn't have anything here, that's actually because of the week here actually that you get the inefficiency here. You see the 2 bodies next to the week here actually, so you get some because of the inefficiency. It's like they're playing around. So do not lose your coolness here, please, guys. So when I see here, I go here. Once it goes to my favor, I bring to a stop loss, bring here, and then disconnect myself from the market. You see, when you only trade with the 15-minute, do not try. When you try too much to look to the 5-minute, or here, what I did again, shitty things with the 2-minute. I should never look again here, actually. The moment you do that, you lose money here. Let's say you come later back here and you see, hey, or you missed the Asian session. Okay, what do I have here? I have a good double bottom here. Did not work. I get another one here? Probably not. Let's wait when the market opens. When the market opens here, okay, the market opens here. What I see here, it's crazy. Oh, it's getting up here. I see the same thing I saw here. I get in here maybe. I saw that. I get in here. Do not do that with the pullback. I get in here. I go with the first candle close below that. Maybe on 15-minute even better actually. The first one here. close that one here, perfect. Or you know what, if you're not there, you say, hey, that is here, let me put it somewhere here to 3K 2900, 2800 here. Again, you make still good money. One trade here only in 15 minutes. When we say the magic lies in the 15 minutes, the risk from front, in 5 minutes you get so many mixed signals, you get so many mixed signals, so you're missing it. Sometimes you say, oh, I missed out on opportunities here. There was so many times I said I missed out on that opportunity here, and I said, oh, that turns around. Okay, good for me that I did not took that actually, but because it was not that much up, and I would not have relocated my stop loss, and it would have hit my stop loss with $300, $400, $500 here in gold actually. What I'm trying to say here, long story gold, long story actually. Can you explain the entry at the close at the 15 minute? Which 15 minute? You mean here actually?
No, the one when at the 9:30. No, sorry, because you have another hour.
Yeah. Which time do you mean? 9:30 Eastern time?
I think 10:30 Eastern time.
10:30 p.m.
Yeah. No. Morning. At the open.
At the open actually here.
1 hour
okay.
after 1 hour after the open.
Okay, that one here. When you look here to the 5:15 minute here, when you have something like that, let me go back. We had that last week also. Each time when you get, could be in gold, could be in NASA, but that's more a gold thing actually. You see, you have a double top like that actually. It looks like some crooked actually. You see that? How that one looked? That one, what looks like this actually. You can call it like this actually. The second top is higher, and you get a tweezer. Tweezer is almost two bodies next to each other. There is next size, or they look alike, actually very alike, and like twins actually. And sometimes I like to say instead of tweezer, twins. And with the closing price, you just jump in here. That means if you get something like that, it will definitely break the low for good actually, and it will go deep. For you would have been, hey, if the first candle in 15 minutes closed below that here. When did that happen to us? It did happen to us here. When you see here, for example, first happened to me here. I say, hey, I see the same structure again. Hey, and you see the crooked two top actually. One is low, the other one is higher. Okay, that was the first one. So when I saw that with the closing price, you say, you know what, the last second I jump in actually. You jump in, amigo, and you go here. If you have time actually, you say, hey, the first...
But I didn't mean that play. I mean when
I know, but I want to go there. I want to go there because they're the same. They're very similar to each other. That's the reason. If you have time, watch it. If not, or you can put an alert here. You see, hey, what is happening here? For you would have been here, the first candle closing. Or you see what? I don't have time. I put slightly a TP below that one here, actually. Okay, that is. Now we're going here, actually. When I see here, I have the same here, actually, in 15 minutes, but I don't have it the crooked one. The crooked one you have actually here. When you look in the 5 minute, that's the good thing about 5 minutes. Sometimes you get the signal before the 15 minute actually here. When I look here, I see I have the crooked again. You see, first one, that's the second one actually. And that would have been for me to say, hey, with the closing price here, I jump in. That was actually 45 minutes after the market opened. That's gonna be at 10:15 actually. You see, first bottom, next one. They're like a tweezer. You got it here too, but since they're next to each other, you have only one top here. With that one, I would have tried to do some pullback because that one is too big here. But that one, since that one has two, that's okay. Stop loss goes somewhere here actually, and for you, it's if you see you have the wick here or the wick here, you see the first 15 minute close here. If you have time, you watch it and you go out with that trade. If you don't have time, you say, hey, that one is here. I put some TP slightly below the low and go do my thing. Once just the trade goes into your favor actually here, you just bring your stop loss to a small loss here actually. Okay, and the rest is just yeah, it's going to be just a routine here actually, like always, business as usual actually. That's the way you like it. Let's say, Parsha, I did not use the 5 minute. You say 15 minute. Yes, that is a single one. They're next to each other. I don't have a double here. Since I don't have a double here, actually, because the one that I took here, what was the difference? I took it with the closing because I had a double top here. You see, double top here. I say like the crook one. One is lower and one is definitely higher. But when you look here, you say, hey, Parsha, you know what? I just want to use the 15 minute here. What can I do here? I would say something like that actually. Hey, that one, Yes, you can call that like a double top actually. You can call that like a double top. There is not exactly like that, so glued to each other, so you have some distance here. Since now you have some distance and you see the previous candle also big, for example, you can say, hey, above those candles, I see wick here, above that one here, I could put, for example, here, I see how they align to each other. Below that, I could put here my limit order, put some stop loss here actually above it, and to go still for the target here. It's almost the same actually, but you can use the 5 minute into your favor actually. In 5 minutes it happens even before actually. In 5 minutes you could have used that, or if you have that actually, you say, hey, in 5 minutes I get it, let me use the same point again, try to get in actually, to go down actually. Okay, that would have been something. Try to do it actually to catch it here. And you see, you only need 2-3 trades there. That means 95% of the time, as Avi is always preaching, we do not interact with the market, or in that case maybe 98% of the time. You don't need to do anything here. You only interact with the market when you see something. Again, for me, something would be the first 4 hours of the agent session. I would even say the first 2 hours, 2.5 hours. The rest is just letting your trade run. London, you don't need that, since most of you are located in the United States actually, or Canada, so it's going to be late for you anyway, so you don't need to trade that anyway. So maybe to come 2-3 hours actually before, 3.5 hours maybe max before New York Open, and you say, hey, I have a double bottom here, but look here, I had also one in London, did not work, and that one looks the same actually, also good, but I don't feel it. Let's wait actually, and good choice actually. I did not do that. I was in a mindset, I need to go to revenge. I need to make my money back here. I did need to know my money back. What did happen? The 1500 that I made actually with NASDAQ was actually from here actually to here. Was it possible to trade that only in 15 minutes? Yes. I have a double bottom here. That one close above that. First bottom, second bottom, 3 candle pattern. I have that one with the closing, or put your limit order here. And where would have been? I would have say, hey, my target is going to be here actually. You see a lot of things going on here, because that was like a false breakout. I close here, I close it, that goes, get right away rejected. Here, that one is actually a good one. Let me use that one here. Or if I see here, oh, we're getting nuts here actually, that just touches and coming down. Hey, you know what? Let me get out of that. I like usually to stay below that. Oh, here, let's stay below those actually. We tried. We finally broke that. So we have not retested that area here. Let's put it here actually. 1400, 1500. That was my trade. I almost got, I think that was my exit actually, 1400 something. I got out, but again, I ended up the day actually with almost minus 2K, because I did not listen to my own rules, and I was on a revenge trading myself. I'm honest with you guys. So that was something that I need to focus on myself, to say, hey, I did it actually. The first thing that I did, and I'm happy about myself, that I say, you know what, I would disconnect myself from the market. I don't want to come here again. But again, was it possible to do here some trade? Yes, but that one I would not do that, because that's in the London session. I'm not here. The one that I would done actually would have been here actually in the New York session. Hey, I would say I'm coming back here again in that range. I see the rejection here. Let me put some limit order here. Try to go long. Hey, I see the next rejection here. Let me put some limit order here to come here back. 1500 here, as 500 here, 700 here, or 8 and whatever, then you're up to 1200, 1500 in 2 trades actually. So do adjust in the range. Not the big money, but you're also risking a stop loss of 100, 150 to get that to 1500. So that's going to be, for me, that I like to call slightly to be careful with the expression again, easy money here. With easy money, I mean, since we're in a range, is easier to get to the target and risking less money. I'm not making that much, but again, 2 trades, and I have the trade that I usually had from here, to here actually, almost. So long story short, that's the way we like to trade. But you see the beauty, once you start only interact with the 5 minute, could be only interact with the 5 minute actually. If you have something, I don't know, you see a double top, double bottom actually in 5 minutes, and that makes sense. You see, hey, I had something here and I'm reaching actually back here. Yes, I had a top here, and in 15 minutes I'm getting ahead of the 15 minute probably, so I'm getting earlier into the double top actually. Yes, that's okay. Or if you have a pullback to catch it here on a day like that, it is actually more dangerous to think you can go actually down. For example, here that would have been something. Again, I did not listened to the reasonable voice inside me, and I paid the price for that actually myself. But that is something to also I need to work on myself actually. So to know when to step away actually, when is enough actually. Because one of the reasons I think I got emotional was this. I missed out that opportunity from 15 minutes and also from the 5 minute here. And when we got here, I misread the market here. I went long here actually. I was somewhere here. I said, hey, got too emotional here. I said, hey, we're going here. It shows me rejection. It cannot go. I went long here. Here, I went long here with that. The thing, or here, I missed that one here. Before I was long here, they jumped in and I got here in and I had a bad entry. And I was even up here and I was, I don't feel it. That needs to come down. And yes, it didn't need to come down and hit my stop loss. I should have exited actually here right away and right away for short actually. That's the thing when I say once you understand the microstructure actually, you have for a treat actually. Because once you see, hey, the microstructure, for example, today at that time is not working here. It is probably also not working here. That means for me, stay away until New York opens, and then sometimes it's gone 30, 45 minutes like that actually. Let the market dictate the price first actually. Or when you missed out on that one and you see nothing is helped, stay away from the market. Stay away from the market. Not making money is better than losing money actually. Or not making money is making money since you're not losing my money here actually. So that's the way we should like to trade. That is something that I need to do that for myself as well. And I paid the price for that, but that's okay for me for the moment. That's okay for me. And today I would not do any trading anymore in nothing actually. So for me it's done for today. I did actually too much here. I should have stopped actually the moment I was actually saw I won. I was slightly negative to say, you know what, you had a win, you had also your losses. Together you're in small loss. That means for today you're done. But again, there came the revenge. No, I know the market, how it's working. I use the market microstructure, but that means nothing. Sometimes the market microstructure cannot help you. You see that? It's not helping actually. Sorry, I cannot help you here. Stay away actually. You get it from the top. If you get it, good for you. Otherwise, stay away until you get something else. So far, any question, guys? No one? Okay, that was for today. I have to do other things. That means after that, I'm gonna leave actually. Thanks for your time. My apologies again that I came late. Again, I had problems here with my internet connection. It took me for almost 1.5 hours to get through that problem. But finally I am here. I will see hopefully most of you in the Asian session. You're most welcome, everyone. Let me give you some magic at the end, like always. Magic, magic, magic. Some magic.
Asian market.
Yeah, see you at the Asian market. Have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye.